Greetings. I understand it's quite late at night right now. I understand that there are many in different time zones that perhaps should be asleep at the current hour. I understand that streaming at this hour might seem a little bit off sometimes, but it is extremely imperative that you all know the truth. It's been a long time coming, but there's always a moment where an era must end, and that era must end now. An era must end now. And so my intentions at this time are to let the truth out, let the cat out of the bag, and to put this all to rest. But here I go. I have discovered the truth behind who created those um, fake audios of myself and Brett and Brock and Fred. And I know for certain now. So it is indeed an end of an era of their lies. It's an end of their uh, pranking and mischief. And they're no longer going to ever be believed or taken seriously after all this because I have definitive proof that they are the perpetrators. Let me, without without my computer, I don't have a computer right now. I am not able to show you the string of emails that would provide this full evidence, but I'll go ahead and give you my account of what has happened. An individual named Mike Oxlong um, emailed me offering to sort of sleuth around and figure out who was creating these audio files. First, this Mike individual claimed that he forensically analyzed the audio clips and was able to recognize that they came from AI generation rather than actual voice impersonators, or, I mean, needless to say, myself or Brett or others. And he uh, came to some zany conclusions, but his conclusion was that it was fake. So that was a relief, but I wasn't sure how he proved that. But anyway, I was intrigued. And then he suggested that he wanted to go forward with some more assistance and asked me if I wanted some more help. And I said, yeah, go ahead, do whatever it takes to find out who's making up these insidious lies. And then this is where it got really interesting. This individual sent me a video that purported to have phished or something like that, PHISH, thousands of websites to try and get login credentials from a former viewer of my show named Brother Nick. And anyway, anyway, he showed a recording that claimed that he was going into Brother Nick's some sort of like a private folder, and it had apparently a folder called Brock's Feet Pics, and another folder called Destroy Mormon Talk, and then another folder that had audio clips that were identical to the ones that were sent to my email that and spread around the internet like a bunch of you know AIDS, just poisoning the well. And they tried to make it seem like it was this brother Nick that did this. And I thought it was interesting. Why would brother Nick, a minor, have uh, pictures of Brock's feet? And why would Brock ever send pictures of his grotesque feet to anybody? That's not likely. So I was already very suspicious. So I just decided to ignore the emails from then on. Then, um, this Mike person had his quote unquote team send me an invoice for $26,000 that I owed them for figuring out who did this. And I was just, I never signed any contract, I never agreed to anything, and claimed to do it through some website called Mike Oxlong, um, something or other IT or something. Um, Hold on, let me see it. Mike Oxlong. Oh yeah. So basically, this is what the person said. They said that I needed to pay the invoice, and I basically told them like I can't pay that invoice, and I don't barely have money to take my own child to the doctor right now. Like there's no way. And essentially, uh, this person started making threats, um, and saying that I needed to pay. And then they sent me an audio file that was a quote unquote telephone call between me and their business representative, their team, their IT team or whatever. And guess what? It sounded exactly like the fake audio recordings that started this whole funny business in the first place. And so that confirmed to me the fake audio came from this Mike Oxlong person. So if any of you guys know who that is, that's who did this. That's who tried to publicly humiliate me. And then when I said I refused to pay for the services, this person said, "Please just promote my company on your show, and then you'll only have to pay half. Or please, uh, at least promote my website, and then maybe I won't make you pay." So it's like I just emailed them and just back and said, "Okay, I'll mention the name of your website." Only ironically for them, I'm not mentioning the name of the website in to advertise for their quote unquote services. I'm mentioning the name of their website to expose who they are so that you never use their services. The website is Mike Oxlong, so FundellIT.com. And it's just a probably one person, but they pretend to be like a group of 10 people, and it's just a scam. So the era is over. The cat's out of the bag. And unfortunately for this Mike person, they're never going to scam Mormon Talk or anyone affiliated with it ever again. Because now I know their little signature thing is to try and extort people and create a little uh, cybersecurity crisis that only they can solve. And it's really just them creating it. And they're just trying to extort me for money. So, no, I am not going to pay a cent for any of your quote unquote services. I highly doubt that Brother Nick had anything to do with this. And I know that Brock would not send feet pics to children. And so I, yeah, I just wanted everyone to know the truth. And yeah, anyway, take care, everyone, and have a wonderful. Let me look through the chat. Maybe there's something I can. Are there any questions in the chat? Let me see. Dumb and Dumber Money says Mike Oxlong sounds real credible. I hope that was sarcasm. Drew Wesley says Brother Nick would never. I agree. Ted Gunderson says pay the $26,000. No. Oh, look, Mike Oxlong is in the chat. Well, there's the scammer, you guys. There he is. Dumb and Dumber Money makes a Dumb and Dumber comment and says, why is the videos always after the Holy Ghost has gone to sleep? You're under the influence of the devil. Go ton sleep, Carson. That's not doctrine, sorry. Mike Oxlong says, I'm showing my lawyers this. Okay, that's fine. Oops says, glad you know those weren't real audio recordings. We all knew they weren't real. Well, I'm really glad that now everyone knows definitively that they're not real. Dumb and Dumber Money makes an even dumb and dumber comment that I'm not even going to read. But anyway, everyone, I think that's enough for this call. This is the end of a silly and frankly pathetic saga created by an individual named Mike, and it's over. So I hope you all enjoy your evening. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm just waiting for some laundry to come out so I can change and go straight to sleep. So anyway, I'll see you all later, and I'm sorry about the format. I'm sorry about this being over my phone, but this is the best I can do right now. So, have a good evening, everyone, and just be careful online. That's all I've got to say. Ted Gunderson, how did you know?